Hi everyone, hi, welcome back. I'm so happy you are here and enjoying my new painting era, Abstract Landscapes. This is the painting I did last week and I love the soft sunset up there. It was the first layer. So today I will start with those colors too, but then I will add as well some turquoise green, I think. Give it a little bit more pop and a little bit more freshness because this turned out quite neutral and I love that, but I think it's nice to have some pop of color in there too. This canvas is 70 by 70 centimeters, so it's a touch smaller than that one. And I just can't wait to get started. So here we go. Yes, I will be using the pink first. Alright, so that's for the first color. Let's add some of this yellow. Now I want this line not to be prominent. I think I do like if this line would be prominent. So I will be adding some water against this edge so it will feather out. You can have a little more of the yellow. I love the yellow. Do I want to use the turquoise at this moment? Maybe a small touch. Thinking of adding a bit more color up here so it's a bit higher up. Now, I can always add another layer of this. So this is the first layer. I will let it dry and of course I'll be back. This is now close to dry and I do have some hard edges up here. Here it blends into the canvas, which I love, and here I do have a hard edge as well. So I'm thinking of having this as the sky. I also love this color in here, but I think it can be more prominent. So I'm thinking of creating a little layer up here. Let's see how that goes. I think that's looking cool. Let's let it go over the edge here. Like that. I think that's a nice touch. All right, second layer. I'll be back. This is beautiful. I love this color palette and how soft this is. And this was the easy part because this is just the background for the horizon, for the landscape, and now I need to start working with some darker colors. I do have this color left from that painting, so I was thinking, yeah, that color palette really worked out there. So let's start using that color. It's the lightest color. I do want the horizon somewhere up here. This is, by the way, Sienna, raw sienna by Amsterdam. So I might use that out of the bottle too. But let's just dip my brush in this color, just very gently, and create a line here. See if that's straight, you know. I truly love it when there are some parts that have some negative space. But this is a nice color with this palette. Not feeling this. Maybe it's not really the color, but it's the design here. Not feeling that. You know, I think it's fine for a first little layer for the horizon. Okay, well, I will let this dry. I need to think about this properly. I'll be back. This is dry again, and I want to use this color again and create a darker layer up here. So I'm not feeling this painting at this moment, and that's fine. I just need to push through at the moment, and suddenly I will probably see what this painting is. I think this is gonna be a very far landscape. So this is now the look of a little bit of a mountain scape. So I use raw sienna, so what about burnt sienna? I don't know why, but I haven't found yet what works best for me. And also, by the way, next week I'm going on a holiday with my family and my mom. We're going to the Belgium Ardennes, and that's a beautiful area to walk. So much nature. So maybe I will come back with some reference pictures, because now I'm not using reference pictures just out of my head. Okay, I'll be back. I keep saying that. I know. I need to find another phrase for saying I'm back. I'll be right with you. See you in a minute. Yeah, I'll think of something. I'm really starting to feel this painting. It's time to start with the water, and I've been thinking, I think I do want to bring back a little bit more of this pink shade over here after I'm done with the water, and maybe a little bit more of this color to make it a bit more vibrant. But let's first see how the water goes, because a lot of the times my plan will be changing. So again, so it's quite a similar palette as this one, but it's turning out to be very different at the moment. I mixed a paint gray, because that just works together with this color. I want to do this. So I dip my brush now in the acrylic wash. Why am I not getting a crisp line like I want? Maybe I will draw a straight line in the middle here later. I do love what's happening over here. This is bare negative space. Let's let this dry first and see what we got. I know this is becoming very layered again. I did use this brush to make this hair a bit more neat. And I do want to bring in a little bit more of the darkness of the Prussian blue up there. So when you keep layering, it becomes darker. I should have stopped with the first layer. That's not bad. I like it. I will let this dry. See you in a bit. I truly love how this is coming together, but with every layer I'm scared to mess it up. So now I'm using that pink again, just dipping my brush in it. Maybe let's add a little bit of white here. No, it's very hard to do this without any reference. Oh, it's not bad. All right, I do like that, I think. That's super nice. So now here, I think we're almost there. This painting will be very minimal. So now here, I want maybe just a little bit more darkness. So it all matches with this part too. I'm a bit struggling, yet again. I always am with these paintings. I think we're really in the final stage. I know this painting is super minimal. I know, but I love that. What a painting session. What a painting session. All right, I'll be back with the end result. Here we go. Here it is, the most minimal landscape I've ever painted. Well, I haven't painted a lot of landscapes in my life yet, but look at this sunset. This is such a beautiful gradient. And I love this part over here. It's so beautiful. These colors just fit. Those artworks will definitely be framed. I already sold some. If you're interested, by the way, in my artworks, then you can always email me. You know, while shooting this, in the meantime, I'm working on another painting, a very different palette. Yeah, you know, this is my style. This minimal, I love it. Would love to know your opinion, always. The good and the bad. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week, Saturday.